where small, agile warriors are fearless in the face of death. In the face of overwhelming power, resistance is the only way to survive. Is this cohesive strength enough to win? African wild dog. The power of the pack is feared in Botswana. Botswana, the green gem of southern Africa, is a place where nature still breathes wildly. Spanning from the harsh Kalahari Desert to the fertile Okavango swamp, Botswana is a land of contrasts. Every year, when floods from the Angolan highlands pour in, the arid savanna is revived, transforming into a paradise filled with life. On the savanna, the lives of all creatures are governed by natural rhythms. And there, silent warriors skillfully adapt and survive. African wild dog. The predator stands out with its strangely mottled coat. Patches of black, brown, and yellow blend together like random splatters of paint. Their large, round ears are like radar, helping them hear every movement on the grassland. Their slim bodies and long, strong legs allow the pack to run for tens of kilometers. Unlike lions or leopards that usually hunt alone, their strength lies in the pack. Every member is an indispensable link. Each hunt is a chorus of tactics, coordinated so rhythmically that it is terrifyingly precise. After a long night, the pack of wild dogs enjoys a rare moment of rest. The morning sunlight covers the grassland. They play and jump around in the protective circle of adult individuals. Some lie down, dozing, their muscles stretching after days of intense chasing. It is a rare moment when the grassland seems peaceful, as if danger does not exist. However, this place has never been a safe land. Hidden behind the tall grass, the ruler's bright yellow eyes flash in the sunlight. A male lion, with a golden gray mane and a muscular shoulder frame. It did not care about the joy of the dogs. The only thing that caught its attention was an individual who had left the pack, standing alone in the distance. A figure loomed at the edge of the grassland. Each step was slow but heavy with authority. Danger approached step by step. The stray dog seemed to be locked in its claws. Suddenly, the wild dogs rushed forward. The encirclement was tight. The aggression of the pack forced the ruler to retreat. When the dust settled, one member was left. Loss and a lesson in vigilance. However, the circle of survival did not stop. On this grassland, only cohesion and resilience could keep life flowing. Life here was not limited to life and death confrontations. After loss, the survival instinct still urged animals to find ways to maintain life. The friendly nose rubs and seemingly innocent chases are the prelude to the breeding season. The herd bond now becomes a life-extending thread, so that a new generation can be born on this harsh but vibrant steppe. As these little creatures grow, the steppe echoes with a long howl. The signal for a new generation to be ready to enter the cycle of survival. While the wild dogs are trying to survive by solidarity, in another part of the steppe, another giant movement is beginning. The wildebeest herd. This animal has a rough and powerful appearance. Its muscular body is covered with dark fur. Its head is heavy with two curved horns that are as sturdy as two axe blades. They often live in giant herds, sometimes up to tens of thousands of individuals. Each of their steps is a long beat, an endless flow echoing throughout the steppe. Migratory instincts drive the antelope herds to follow the rainy season, seeking new green pastures. During this journey, reproduction also follows a natural cycle. Mating season begins when the brave males fight for dominance, and the calves are born during the rainy season, when the grasslands are lush, offering the greatest chance of survival. that giant migration, wildebeest often accompany herds of zebras. This special symbiotic relationship helps both species to coexist. Zebras eat the tall and old grass first, leaving the soft, young grass underneath. An ideal food source for antelopes. Thanks to that, the whole herd can continue their long journey, maintaining their tenacious vitality in the harsh savanna. However, it is their large numbers that make them an ideal target. The giant migration of wildebeests is not only a journey to find new pastures, but also the lifeblood of the entire savanna, nurturing countless predators. The strength of the herd sometimes becomes a defensive weapon, but in that giant migration there are always weak young ones left behind. Looking down from above, the whole herd moves like a breathing river, rippling with each step, covering the entire golden horizon. The harsh sunlight covers the golden fields. The herd of antelopes was moving, the dust clouding the horizon. But today, they were in sight. In the distance, the mottled silhouettes of African wild dogs were quietly closing in. No roars, just the pounding of feet, the air as tense as a string. An antelope had broken away from the herd. And then, the chase broke out. The prey was exhausted by the tight encirclement. The victory belonged to the hunters, but on the savanna, such losses were only an inevitable part of the cycle of survival. The savanna was never peaceful for long. The sun was setting, casting a mottled yellow over the savanna through the dry grass. In the distance, the trees cast long shadows on the cracked ground. Elsewhere in Botswana, the hunter moved through the trees. Leopards, masters of mystery. On the golden fur that stretches along the soft body, hundreds of black spots are distributed symmetrically, like the carvings of nature, both beauty and perfect camouflage. The body is slim but muscular, flexibly undulating with each step. flexible shoulders support the fierce jumping force, while the long tail waves rhythmically to maintain balance in each spectacular chase. The golden eyes shine in the sunset, both sharp and patient, as if they can penetrate through layers of grass. Unlike wild dogs, which live on collective strength, the leopard chooses the path of solitary hunting. It hunts with secrecy, with precise lunges to capture its prey. But as a solitary hunter, the leopard must always be wary of larger opponents. After each hunt, it often carries its prey up to high tree branches to avoid being robbed by hyenas or lions. From above, the spoils are not only safe, but also become a reserve to help it overcome scarce days. It was a habit after every successful hunt. But now, before its eyes was a new opportunity. In the thick grass, the leopard approached and climbed a tree to observe. Its eyes were fixed on every movement. The wild dogs frolicked, not at all alert. But soon, the enemy appeared from afar. The adult wild dogs approached one by one. With their keen sense of smell, they sensed it. The atmosphere became quiet, only the sound of the wind blowing through the dry grass remained. Suddenly, the battle broke out. On this harsh step, sometimes escaping the enemy's clutches was also a way to survive. Even if you win, you will still leave wounds. As a reminder that the price of survival is always harsh. The dusk gradually cleared, dusk covered the steppe. Another side of Botswana, a completely different picture. Quiet, slow but majestic. Gentle giants. With a height that can exceed 3 meters and a weight of up to 6 tons, they are the largest land mammals in the world. Their giant fan-shaped ears not only help dissipate heat in the sweltering heat, but also serve as a communication tool through delicate movements. Their long, curved white tusks are both a defensive weapon and a tool for digging up tree roots and breaking down tree trunks to find food. Their long, flexible trunk with more than 40,000 muscle bundles can both lift a heavy log and skillfully pick up a blade of grass. Elephants are gregarious animals with a tight matriarchal social structure. The leader of the herd is usually an old female elephant, leading the herd to find water, find food, and avoid danger. The cohesion in the herd is clearly shown in the way they care for each other. Mother elephants raise their young, while younger females also participate in protecting and guiding the new generation. The breeding season of elephants is not fixed, but is often associated with times when food sources are abundant. Adult males leave the herd, wander alone, and only return when it is mating season. After more than 22 months of pregnancy, the baby elephant is born, weighing up to hundreds of kilograms, and is welcomed and protected by the whole herd. Despite being huge and majestic, African elephants still face dangers from notorious predators. Because of their size, hunters target baby elephants. However, the elephant herd has fought back many times, making predators wary. Elephants are the embodiment of strength and intelligence, playing an important role in shaping the ecosystem and reminding us of the fragility of natural symbols in the cycle of survival. As the seasons pass, the Botswana savanna changes its color. When the dry season returns, the water puddles dry up, taking with them opportunistic wanderers. Where the grass turns pale yellow, an eerie sound echoes, hoarse wailing laughter. The infamous hunter, the spotted hyena. With its muscular body, high shoulders, and steel jaws that have the strongest bite of any carnivore, they are not just scavengers. Their gray-yellow fur with brown spots, their eyes that shine in the dark, all create a figure that is both cunning and terrifying. Hyenas live in large packs, with a tight social structure, where females often hold the dominant position. With patience, they can hunt down adult antelopes, or join forces to fight against lions and wild dogs. On a hot afternoon, when the wild dogs had just brought down their prey and the dust was still lingering in the air, spotted figures appeared from afar. The hyenas, attracted by the scent of fresh prey, they gradually approached. The air was tense as a string. wild dog's frantic howls responded to the wild laughter that echoed from the hyenas. The two forces, the two top predators of the savanna, now face off. The struggle breaks out. The melee drags on. The hyenas are forced to retreat. They only manage to snatch a few scraps of meat before scattering into the evening shadows, leaving behind the howling of the wild dogs still holding on to their prey. On the savanna of Botswana, sometimes the bold do not always win. The price of survival is always present. Where both the robber and the robbed leave with injuries and losses. On the savanna of Botswana, no species can survive alone. The strength of the pack, the mystery of solitude, or the majesty of the giant. All are just different ways to adapt to the harsh cycle of nature. Here the hunter and the prey, the robber and the protector, all join in the eternal music, the music of survival. Every life has a price to pay, but thanks to that, life continues to flow, generation after generation, creating a wild paradise that is constantly moving. In your opinion, is the strength of the pack the most powerful weapon of survival on the Botswana savanna? Or is the solitude and mystery of creatures like leopards really what helps them survive? Leave a comment below. If you love battles, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next journeys with the fierce wild world. All over the planet, from the scorching grasslands of Africa, the dense forests of South America to the majestic mountains of North America, there are silent but powerful predators. They are the embodiment of speed, strength, and perfect adaptation to harsh living environments. Cheetah, the fastest runner on land, the lord of the thrilling chase. Jaguar, the most powerful predator in South America, possessing a bite that can penetrate the skull of its prey in a split second. Puma, the ghost of the mountains, one of the most resilient cats, able to survive from tropical forests to harsh ice. Each species has its own tactics, its own way of hunting, and its own challenges to survive. So, in your opinion, which is the most fearsome predator? Are you impressed by the speed of the cheetah, the crushing power of the jaguar, or the extraordinary endurance of the puma? Leave a comment below and tell me which wild cat is your favorite. Cheetah, jaguar, puma, who is the undefeated warrior? The The sun is blazing on the African savanna. Hot winds sweep across the vast grasslands, carrying the breath of life and death. In the distance, a herd of gazelles leisurely grazes. But hidden in the short grass, a patient predator is watching. Its golden eyes are sharp, its muscles are taut, each breath is perfectly controlled. It is waiting for the right moment. In a split second, the cheetah leaps up, its sharp teeth clamping down on its throat, ending it all. No land animal can match the speed of the cheetah, the fastest runner on the planet. When needed, they can reach speeds of up to 112 kilometers per hike. Faster than a racing car in the first few seconds. But this speed is not their only weapon. What is more amazing is their terrifying acceleration. From 0 to 75 kilometers per hike in just 2 seconds, on par with a Ferrari or Lamborghini supercar. The stride length is up to 7 mats 8 meters in each step. The running frequency is up to 3-4 steps per second, helping them glide across the grasslands like a living bullet. But what allows this cheetah to reach such incredible speeds? Their bodies are a biological wonder, perfectly optimized for speed. The super flexible spine acts like a spring, helping them lengthen and shorten their bodies when running, creating the longest running strides of any mammal. Special muscles in their legs and shoulders not only help them bounce forward strongly, but also absorb the impact when landing, helping them avoid injury, even when running at extremely high speeds. Wide nostrils and large lungs help absorb a huge amount of oxygen, providing enough energy for the muscles during the chase. The heart and circulatory system are strong, able to pump blood quickly to keep the body from being overloaded when accelerating. However, speed is not an endless advantage. Two cheetahs can only maintain maximum speed for about 20-30 seconds. Because their bodies quickly become overheated, reaching 40.5 degrees close to the dangerous threshold. If they do not take down their prey within this time, they are forced to give up, because a prolonged chase can exhaust them to the point of being unable to defend themselves. Although they are the fastest animals, speed is only part of the cheetah's hunting strategy. They do not rush into the hunt blindly, but need patience and precise calculation. Cheetahs often hide in low grass, keeping a distance of 50-100 meters from their prey. When the opportunity arises, they dart like an arrow, locking onto their target with their sharp eyes. But antelopes are also fast runners, able to change direction flexibly to avoid being caught. This is where the cheetah's long tail comes in handy. It acts as a steering wheel, helping the cheetah change direction quickly to stay close to its prey. Only when the distance is reduced to 10 meters will the cheetah launch a powerful slap with its front paw, knocking the prey to the ground. It then clamps its teeth tightly onto the prey's throat, cutting off its oxygen supply and ending the hunt in just a few minutes. However, cheetahs do not have the strength to protect their catch. Immediately after taking down their prey, they have to eat quickly, because hyenas, lions, or even vultures can appear and steal their meal in a moment. The fastest runners not only have to fight as adults, but also from a young age, they enter a fierce race for survival. A female cheetah usually gives birth to 2 meaty 6 cubs after a gestation period of 90-95 days. At birth, the cubs weigh only about 300 grams, are completely blind and defenseless. They have a silvery gray coat on their backs, which helps them camouflage themselves in the grass and avoid the attention of predators. But this camouflage is not always effective. Only 30% of cubs survive to adulthood, as they are the target of hyenas, leopards, eagles, and even lions. During the first months, the mother cheetah must constantly move to avoid detection, moving 3 to 5 kilometers each time. From the 6th week, the cubs begin to learn to follow their mothers on the hunt, observing and imitating hunting techniques. By the age of 6 months, they can chase small prey on their own. And by the age of 18-24 months, they will leave to begin their own journey, a solitary life in the harsh savanna. Despite being one of the most amazing predators on the planet, the cheetah is facing the risk of extinction. With less than 7,000 individuals left in the wild, their numbers are declining due to habitat loss, conflict with humans, and poaching. The vast grasslands are gradually shrinking due to agricultural activities. When food sources are scarce, cheetahs are forced to hunt livestock, and this makes them hunted by humans. Not only that, the hunting of baby cheetahs for pets or illegal trade has caused many of their populations to decline A tropical rain poured down on the Amazon forest, the last ray of sunlight fading behind the dense canopy. The howling of gibbons echoed in the space, insects rustled among the dense foliage. Under the dark green curtain, a figure moved silently. Muscular muscles, soft steps, glowing yellow eyes piercing the darkness like two smoldering coals. Not a sound, not a trace. The apex predator of the jungle had taken position. Jaguar, the ruler of the South American rainforest, a silent assassin with power far surpassing any other opponent in the cat world. Unlike cheetah, who depends on speed, or lion, who hunts in packs, Jaguar is a lone warrior. And in this world, absolute power is the key to survival. The sun rose high above the Amazon jungle, filtering through the deep green foliage, creating patches of light and dark on the damp ground. Birds chirped in the dense air, the sound of water trickling between moss-covered tree trunks. A peaceful morning, but no one realized that, in the darkness of the lower canopy, a predator was quietly moving. A South American red deer was leisurely walking towards the riverbank to drink. Its brown eyes darted around, searching for any sign of danger. There was no shortage of predators in this jungle, anacondas lurking in the water, caiman crocodiles lying motionless, waiting for their chance. But none of them posed the greatest threat. Each step lightly touched the rotten leaves, not making a sound. A golden body with black asterisks moved like a ghost among the trees. Jaguar, the absolute ruler of this jungle. It lowered its body, eyes locked on its target. From above, the jaguar hid among the dense foliage. It stood still, patiently watching, every muscle in its body tensed, waiting for the perfect moment. Unlike other cats, jaguars are master swimmers, one of the few cats that are not afraid of water. With their muscular bodies and powerful legs, they can swim across vast rivers to hunt their prey. Unlike lions or tigers, which often use their strength to knock down prey on land, jaguars use the aquatic environment to overwhelm and control their prey. Their sharp claws help them grip the slippery skin of caiman crocodiles, while their super strong jaws create a bite force of up to 2,000 psi, more powerful than any other cat. Biting straight into the skull is a special tactic that only jaguars use. Most other big cats bite the neck to suffocate their prey. But jaguars understand that for those with thick skin like crocodiles, the only way to kill them instantly is to penetrate the skull and destroy the brain. Thanks to this tactic, the jaguar can take down caiman crocodiles over 2 meters long, a feat that few predators dare to attempt. The jaguar does not need the speed of a cheetah, nor does it rely on a pack like a lion. In its world, there is only one principle: absolute strength. To master the vast Amazon forest, the jaguar has perfected its hunting tactics to perfection: quiet, precise, and deadly. Every hunt begins with patience. The jaguar does not rush after its prey but hides in the dark, taking advantage of every branch and bush to approach its target without being detected. Its asterisk-shaped, black-spotted yellow fur acts as a perfect camouflage, helping it blend into the patchy light and shade of the forest, completely disappearing from the sight of its prey. With footsteps as light as a breath, it moves slowly without making any sound, every muscle in its body coiled, preparing for the moment of attack. Its hunting strategy is unique in the cat world. Instead of biting the throat to suffocate its prey like a lion or leopard, the jaguar aims straight for the skull. Its teeth squeeze with a bite force of up to 2,000 psi, stronger than any other cat. The dagger-sharp fangs pierce straight through the skull, destroying the brain, causing instant death. There is no chance to fight back. There is no protracted fight, only instant and absolute death. Not only hunting on land, the jaguar is also the best swimming cat on the planet. No other big cat dares to dive into the river to hunt like it. The jaguar dives into the water, gently approaches its prey, then suddenly jumps up with terrifying speed. Caimans, giant tortoises, even anacondas, none have escaped its deadly skull-crushing bite. The jaguar is the perfect hunter, not for speed or numbers, but for sheer force and lightning-fast killing tactics. In its world, there is no room for error, only the strongest survive. And amid the dense canopy of the Amazon jungle, when the jaguar's golden eyes flash in the darkness, it is a sign that the hunt has begun, and there will be no mercy for the prey. A cold wind blows through the jagged mountains, sweeping through the snow-covered valley. At an altitude of more than 3,000 meters above sea level, there is no green shade like the Amazon, no vast grasslands like Africa, only steep cliffs and trails between cliffs. This is one of the most inhospitable environments on Earth. But even here, a predator stalks silently, its lithe body blending into the gray rocks of the mountains. Its golden eyes scan the steep slopes, searching for signs of prey. The puma, also known as the mountain lion, cougar, or cougar, is one of the most resilient wild cats on the planet. It doesn't have the crushing power of a jaguar, nor the speed of a cheetah, but it has something no other cat has: perfect adaptation. From the dense forests of South America, the savannas of North America, to the frigid heights of the Andes, puma are everywhere. And wherever they are fearsome, solitary, and mysterious predators. The red sun set over the majestic Andes Mountains, dyeing the arid land in a brilliant orange-yellow hue. Guanacos, wild relatives of camels, leisurely grazed on a dry grassland on the mountainside. They seemed unconcerned with predators, for in this windy land, there were no lions, no jaguars, only barren mountain ranges, stretching to the horizon. But they were wrong. Clinging to the high rocks, a figure moved silently. Its sharp golden eyes scanned the guanacos below. It was in no hurry. Every step was precisely calculated. A strong wind blew, carrying the scent of prey. Its muscles tensed. Not the tiger, not the leopard. The puma is the cat with the longest jump on the planet. With extremely developed leg muscles, they can jump up to 12 meters, equal to a cheetah running at full speed for 1 second. Jump up to 5.5 meters high, enough to overcome any barrier on the hunting path. Speeding up to 80 kilometers per h, they are one of the fastest predators in the Americas. In the steep rocky terrain of the Andes, the ability to leap far is the key to making the puma an apex predator. When prey tries to escape, they can leap from cliff to cliff, using the terrain to approach their prey from unexpected angles. In addition to their powerful legs, puma also has extremely strong neck muscles, allowing them to easily take down prey much larger than their body weight. They do not need superior speed, but rely on ambush tactics and split-second bursts of power to kill their prey instantly. The cheetah, jaguar, and puma are three of the most unique predators. Each species has its own tactics, its own advantages, and a different habitat. But if you put them on the scale, which is the strongest predator? In terms of speed, the cheetah has no rival. With a top speed of 70 miles per hour, they are the fastest land animal, accelerating from 0 to 45 miles per hour in just 2 seconds, faster than a sports car. Their long legs, flexible spine, and non-retractable claws help them maintain traction and change direction quickly when chasing prey. However, their speed is also their weakness. They cannot maintain this speed for more than 30 seconds, and after each hunt, they are exhausted and vulnerable to other animals such as hyenas or lions. Although the fastest, the cheetah is not the strongest. On the other hand, when it comes to sheer strength, no one can surpass the jaguar. They have the strongest bite in the cat world, with a bite force of up to 2,000 psi, stronger than both lions and tigers. Unlike other cats that bite the neck to suffocate their prey, jaguars aim straight for the skull, using their sharp teeth to crush the bone in a split second. This allows them to take down even thick-skinned prey like caimans, anacondas, and giant turtles, species that few predators dare to confront. In addition to hunting on land, jaguars are also the best swimmers of all cats and can hunt underwater. However, despite their strength, jaguars are not the fastest cats. They cannot chase prey at high speeds like cheetahs or make long jumps like puma. Meanwhile, in terms of survival ability in all environments, puma is the most resilient cat. It does not have a strong bite like jaguar or outstanding speed like cheetah, but puma has the ability to adapt to all habitats, from dense forests, grasslands, to high mountains. They can jump up to 12 meters, jump 5 meters high, helping them hunt even on dangerous cliffs. While cheetahs can only hunt small antelopes and jaguars depend on dense forests, puma can hunt guanacos in the Andes, elk in North America, or monkeys in the rainforest. Thanks to this flexibility, puma has the widest living range of the cat family, stretching from Canada to South America. However, despite its good adaptation, puma does not have any obvious strengths in strength or speed, but mainly relies on endurance and ambush tactics to win. So which is the most fearsome predator? In terms of speed, the cheetah is the best, but speed does not help them dominate the food chain. In terms of endurance and survival, the puma is superior, but it lacks strength and dominance. And in terms of sheer power, the jaguar is the most fearsome predator. With its deadly bite, underwater hunting ability, and cold solitude, the jaguar dominates the South American jungle without a rival. However, in nature, no species is absolutely the strongest. The winner is not always the strongest, but the one who can survive the longest, and in the fight for survival, each of these cats is a warrior in its own way.